Conor McGregor wants a fight with Justin Gaethje, but he hasn't even been USADA tested for his fight with Michael Chandler yet. So until he does that, he's not fighting anyone. When he was asked about Conor calling him out, Justin said that he refuses to fight someone on steroids. He also said that he called Conor out like 6 times previously and Conor didn't want to fight. So now that Justin is holding the BMF title belt, why would he want to go and fight Conor? Conor's just not that guy anymore, and Justin just knocked out Dustin Poirier in epic fashion. Dustin Poirier is the dude who served Conor up his last 2 L's, so the fight doesn't even really make sense, honestly. Monetarily, maybe, because Conor still may be able to sell tickets, but I don't think anybody believes that a match with Gaethje is a winnable fight for him. Unless he's on steroids, which he probably is based on his bulk post-recovery, his refusal to enter the USADA testing pool, and his recent behavior. While everyone was congratulating Gaethje for getting his lick back against Dustin Poirier, Conor McGregor was being his usual trash-talking self. He tweeted and deleted that he would slap Justin around. So it looks like Conor's ready to just throw this fight with Michael Chandler right out the window and get down with Gaethje, after months of teasing a comeback fight with Chandler. I mean, they just did the Ultimate Fighter and everything, and usually when you go to the Ultimate Fighter, it's because you're gonna fight the coach on the other side of the ring. But after he saw Justin knock Dustin Poirier out, he had other thoughts on his mind apparently. He wants that BMF title belt. Conor said in 2019 that the belt only exists because of him. He said it was only brought to fruition because of him, the real bad motherfucker. He even claims to have signed off on the design and everything. He's had the belt in his sights since then and he wants it bad. The only problem is that nobody wants to fight some roided up dude who's going around knocking out team mascots. The last fight that Conor was in was with Bernie, the mascot of the Miami Heat, when he sent him to the hospital because he took this skit too seriously. Now I don't know what was supposed to happen, but it couldn't have been this. Conor really socked this dude. You're a professional fighter, bro. Your hands are registered weapons. You gotta pull that punch a little bit. But anyways, this is just more evidence that Conor is geeked up on steroids or something. Conor still insists that the Michael Chandler fight will be happening in December. That is, if Chandler even wants to fight him anymore. Because normally USADA testing begins about 6 months before the fight. It's now August and Conor still hasn't submitted to USADA. What reason could he have to not get it done other than that he's dirty? If you ask me, we probably won't see Conor return until the summer of 2024, if he returns at all. PEDs are just too great of an advantage in the fight game. You would have to be crazy to fight someone knowing they were just on roids within a year of getting in the ring. And that's exactly what Floyd said leading up to the Manny Pacquiao fight. Why would he fight someone that he knows is on steroids? It's bad for your health. This is the fight game. Bad things can happen. People die in the ring. And even if you don't die in the ring, you can get brain damage or something like that. It's just too big of a risk. Dana White said that the promotion will deal with Conor McGregor's drug testing status once his fight with Chandler is officially announced. USADA can grant exemptions to fighters that allows them to fast track the usual 6-month mandatory window, but they say that McGregor doesn't qualify for that exemption. So whether it's Gaethje or Chandler, Conor will have to be tested and test clean before he gets back in the cage. And if he really wanted to make that fight in December happen, he probably would have done it already. And this is why the washed up allegations persist. He's just letting more time go by and it's going to be even harder for him to mount a successful comeback after so much time off, especially coming off of some pretty bad losses. Conor's leaving the door wide open for new stars to come in and make names for themselves and come in and take his spot. Justin Gaethje and Dustin Poirier are prime examples. They're on top of the division right now, and in spite of who he was, Conor has to work his way back into that conversation. Israel Adesanya is another name who's crushing it in the UFC right now. These guys are the faces of the UFC in 2023. Conor McGregor, as great as he used to be, just looks like an old guy yelling at his TV screen right now. In order to beat the washed up allegations, he's got to get back in the ring against somebody. Anybody at this point. But he will have to take a drug test first, and it looks like he doesn't want to do that. So we'll just wait and see what happens. Conor, the ball's in your court. Thank you for watching This Day in Sports. Like and subscribe for more daily sports news.